Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
You can regenerate any part of your body that you want to regenerate, including your teeth, including any part that needs to be replenished, just needs to be given the light codes.
Continue watching to find out more.
Malobkin. Malobkin means hello there in Yucatec Maya, a language that is spoken by the Maya indigenous peoples in the Yucatan Peninsula and northern Belize. Brilliant viewers, my name is Pedro. The virtuous Maya indigenous peoples of Central America wish you a peaceful mind, healthy body, and an elevated spiritual life. Welcome to our program, Full Vibrancy and Light. Lisa Carlson, vegan on the Raw Vegan Lifestyle, Part 1 of 2. Lisa is a talented artist, singer, actress, model, choreographer, and dancer. She is most well known as a Los Angeles, USA-based raw vegan chef who has many famous clients. Her exquisite culinary creations are embraced by a growing number of A-list Hollywood stars, including vegans like Alicia Silverstone, Woody Harrelson, Daryl Hannah, Crispin Glover, and many more. Ms. Carlson has built several sustainable green businesses that focus on raw vegan organic foods as well. Our two-part program features Ms. Carlson's valuable perspectives on the power of raw vegan foods to nourish the body. Such foods are plant-based and have not been heated past 48 degrees Celsius to preserve their energy. Proponents of this eating style believe it is the best way for our body to absorb nutrition and heal. We now begin with how Ms. Carlson decided to become a raw vegan chef.
I didn't quite aspire to be a raw vegan chef. Ultimately, in the beginning, I was led, and it kept leading me. I am an artist, a performance artist, of which I was modeling and dancing and doing all kinds of things. And what happened in that, very early on in my teen years, food became my enemy because I couldn't figure out how to eat and work at the same time in the context of what I needed to accomplish size-wise, modeling-wise, that kind of thing. And so I became anorexic and bulimic originally. My mother was healthy, so we had sprouts and things around the house. I then came into it through that door, started doing it for myself, and then people kept asking me. And I kept being led to do it for other people. And that opened up a whole new world of which I had never imagined. So beautiful. I'm so grateful.
We are used to thinking of nutrition in terms of fats and carbohydrates, and whether our intake of a particular vitamin is sufficient. Lisa has a refreshingly different take on proper nourishment that is based on quantum physics and light.
Ultimately, the optimum food on a raw vegan diet is anything that has its full vibrancy and light. Light has codes. We are light codes, light bodies. The best option for that is things that are handpicked, that are in their most innate, vibrant state. And that's plants, and that's things that are coming from the earth. So those are the most vibrant, and they have proteins. They have all the energetic properties of life that we need to live, encoded. And then our body actually recognizes them. And so we can transform that light into our DNA strands. And it actually brings us back into a vibrational frequency. And that's what food is really all about. And it transcends the original idea of like, well, you know, carrots are good for you, as opposed to, it really doesn't matter what the medium is, as long as it's in its highest vibration and frequency. That is always plants that are picked and consumed immediately. Life has life, and whatever is encoded into plants is what we are ultimately, and our bodies will take that information when it is present. It's when it has been knocked out or changed, and that is usually by a high heat. The codes become despondent, broken. Cell walls are exploded. Your body doesn't recognize it. So even if it is from a plant source, it is optimum, the truth is that it is optimum to have it in its living form. Yeah, otherwise your body can actually recognize it as a poison and start to react against it.
From a raw vegan foodist's viewpoint, what role do minerals play in our diet? Lisa now discusses how light energy and minerals are fundamentally related to each other.
Everything is mineral based, and it's also the photons of how the light minerals hold the charge. Actually, it's like a crystal. We have crystals in our bodies which are mineral based, and so ultimately, again, it's about information being transferred and having that infinity pattern of energy running through your body and your chakras, so they are functioning at the highest rotation and level. And ultimately, again, everything that is of the earth, it's edible earth, and that is mineral based, and it's brought into a light form, which is a plant. You can still eat the base minerals, of which your body can recognize and does utilize, but you're getting that also from the plants. I really feel that the information that we have, where we break everything down and says, well, this one has this vitamin and that vitamin and that vitamin, but this one has, if you get a wide range of foliage that is fully vibrant, your body will be able to extract the light codes of whatever it needs. Your body recognizes it and it takes it wherever it needs to go. And so it's not so much about, well, you fix this but not the other. It's not separate, it's a whole. And so you eat those whole plants. That's another part with the mineral content. It's important that we don't take things apart. When you eat a plant, there's roots, there's bark, there's seeds, there's all parts of that plant has information, and it actually functions together. It comes together. And so when your body gets the full content and information from that plant, you are whole. You recharge, you regenerate. You can do that at any time in why you have this physical mass manifestation in this plane. You can regenerate any part of your body that you want to regenerate, including your teeth, including any part that needs to be replenished. It just needs to be given the light codes.
A common question is whether supplements are required for a nutritionally complete raw vegan diet. Here's Lisa's view on the matter.
If you take two things and you have them next to each other, one is cooked and one is not cooked, what is going to make the thing that has had fire put to it any more healthy than the thing that is in its raw state? The thing in its raw state actually has all of its vibrance. So you're actually collecting more from that than the thing that has been cooked. To take life into your body that is in its full form is going to promote life, and you can live on it forever. I've been a raw foodist for 30 years, 100% raw foodist, vegan raw foodist. And I do believe in superfoods, and I do believe in supplementation in the context of that there are foods that are high in nutrients, but they're still raw, they're still plant-based, and you can gather those and you can dry them and put them into things, because again, maybe our soil isn't nutrient dense like it used to be, and so you can get some things that are grown in other places that still have all their nutrient content, and you're keeping that life force, and you can add that into a shake. Then yes, I believe that that is a superfood. I also believe that you can go out and wild harvest in the area that you're in once you know the plants that are there and getting more nutrients than going to the store and even buying organic produce in the produce section.
In this concluding episode, we will learn more about why she believes the raw vegan diet is the best choice for health and her perspectives on the light and vibration inherent in whole plant foods. We'll start with her thoughts on the idea that cooking food can increase the nutritional content.
I saw Kirlian photography, and that showed the energetic properties around food. It's around all living beings of which have energy. I think that we have come to a state where breaking down things by cooking, our bodies have acclimated. So a lot of times people will have what we would call a cleansing or detoxifying experience when they start eating things that have more fiber or natural substances. The premise that by adding heat, you either create nutrients or up the nutrients is a false idea. When you have something that is full of life force, light, energy, its auric field, its glow, you are consuming light. We are light beings. And the properties of mass and matter, there is no difference. If you energize or you bring in things that have light information codes into your light being, your body can recognize it and utilize it, repair your DNA strands, become strong, take that energy wherever it needs to go and repair this perfectly working mechanism that we have been gifted.
By eating whole vegan foods in their natural state, Lisa says we can achieve a degree of spiritual upliftment. She now gives her views on how the vibrational frequency of uncooked plant foods can improve our lives.
So the quantum field, the biofield of energetics, is really, as opposed to an older idea of vitamins and minerals and fat and how many calories and, this kind of thing, when you move into that it's an energetic vibrancy property and that it is vibrating at the speed of light, at the speed of, light, beyond sound, that you can tune your body with tuning mechanisms, whether it's tuning forks, whether it's meditation, whether it's breath and sound, and your food is not separate from that whatsoever, and it is vibrating. So when you align that with your vibrating frequency, you are going into a whole new dimension. You are evolving your consciousness into a light being, the state of lightness, where your particles are floating in an expanded mass and matter. You receive much quicker, you're not as dense. And again, you go from the dense food to lighter food to food that has more water content, that lightens up your mass and matter, to then full vibrancy, that then you're expanded and you're floating and you feel fantastic and happy and all these wonderful things that we aspire to, the beauty, all of those things. So in the quantum field, that is what I have recognized, understood. That is where we are going, is the quantum field of what you take in. And that can come down then even to the water that you drink and how charged those molecules are, as we know, and it's talked about more now.
Trying the raw vegan lifestyle may sound appealing, but one may not know where to start. What advice does Lisa have for a smooth transition to this diet and sticking only to uncooked plant foods?
Okay, so tips on making raw food dishes palatable and exciting for yourself. First of all, play, have fun. These seem like simple things, but people forget. Joy is such a beautiful word. And so when you see or feel something that's bringing you joy or sparks that little spark in your belly, what I did in the beginning that really helped me was I would find something that was cooked that I was wanting for whatever reason, And then I would just redesign it into a raw food dish or find something that kind of gave me those same sensations. People would always say, well, what do you eat, carrots? I can't live on carrots and celery for the rest of my life, right? And so it's like anything else. You can take, you can take a salad and put a couple of iceberg lettuce leaves on there and it's going to be pretty boring. Or you can take some really beautiful flowers and some beautiful dark greens. And I'm giving an example of a salad just because people can wrap their heads around a salad and understand a salad, even though I want to make it very clear that raw food is so much more than just a salad. And at the same time, just a salad is very profound. I would say bring color, bring texture, bring different flavors that you like. If there's a cuisine, like for me growing up, Mexican food was just such a love of mine. And so I would make sauces that I could blend, but that had the Mexican spices in them. So I was still getting that kind of thing. So for example, now a lettuce leaf taco is very common, right? I feel like it's common now because that's what a lot of raw foodists are doing. And that was all based around things I was doing in my packaged line before anybody had done that. So I would make those kinds of things, fill them with things. You can put avocados and mango or whatever you want to put in there to make it really beautiful. And then make a beautiful sauce, even a guacamole. And you want to put some interesting things. So I always say, take the normal thing and then put some interesting things for yourself, even in raw food. So that's, I would say, how to, spice it up for yourself a little bit. Have fun.
At the conclusion of our interview, Ms. Carlson shared her thoughts about the future of how we feed ourselves and sees a planet where all embrace raw vegan eating.
Now, as we are witnessing and have witnessed, it's doing nothing but growing. And that is in every aspect of awakening and consciousness and food and compassion for all living things. Veganism is now, it's prominent and exploding. And where do you think you go from there? Raw food. So yes, the future is delicious. It's full of life and light and happiness and joy. And we'll all be creating it together so we can share in it. And I can taste yours and you can taste mine. And we can go on a picnic and everybody will have it. And it won't, it won't be this separateness. The future is nothing but hopeful, more hope, not even hopeful. It is just is. It's love.
We thank Ms. Carlson for introducing to us the benefits of a raw vegan diet from the viewpoint of quantum physics and spirituality. May her enthusiastic message on switching to this compassionate lifestyle help those she reaches to lead even more energetic and vibrant lives. For more information about Lisa Carlson, please visit Instagram at CarlsonLisa, personallyraw.com, and privatechefdelivered.com. Thank you, elegant viewers, for your company today for our program. Up next is The Almighty, Part 4 of 4, on Between Master and Disciples, right after Noteworthy News. May the Providence shield you in your life's journey.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/HL.